U.S. investors, stop paying taxes on all your profits legally with the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust. It's legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. So few people have ever heard about this. This is why I do these videos. Hi, my name is Sally Gimmon, and on April 4th of 2020, my CPA called to say congratulations. I'd made so much money in 2019. My tax bracket went from 22% to 24%, and all of a sudden, I owed $94,000. It's COVID. I only had $50,000 saved. Everything I was doing with bank-owned houses had shut down. His solution was to set up an appointment with him, get on a payment plan, pay interest and penalties. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't have an extra $44,000 and nobody in my family did. A great book to read is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I went to bed on April 4th crying because I didn't know where I was going to get an extra $44,000. I woke up on April 5th and I knew I was going to contact my friend whose boyfriend did HELOCs on paid off houses. I had paid off my townhouse. And I had read an article about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. It's 7 generations old. And they've been saving taxes for all those 7 generations. It took me 5 months, but in September of 2020, I started both my business trust to stop paying federal and state income taxes and the beneficial trust to stop paying capital gains when I sell something at a profit, interest income taxes if I'm a passive investor, dividend income taxes if I'm in the stock market, rental income taxes if I'm a real estate investor, and royalty income taxes if I have talent or NFTs. Today's example that I'm going to share with you is an actual husband and wife from Virginia. The wife has a teaching job. She's going to keep it because she has health insurance. And the husband in 2025 made $180,000 in profits doing options trading. He was very proud of this fact. So I used their numbers to 24% tax bracket. It was going to be $43,200 in capital gains for options trading. And on top of that, an extra $10,350 in state income taxes for his options trading. Now, when we take out his options from their 1040 tax return and put it into the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust, her tax bracket for her teaching job goes down from 24% to 12%, saving them an additional $36,692. So for the full year, if he again makes $180,000 in profits, and his wife's teaching job is at 12%, they will save $90,242. Now, if they started this in August of 2026, they would save $7,520 in August, $7,520 in September, $7,520 in October, again, $7,520 in November, and also in December. The money they're saving from paying taxes on options trading can go back, they can buy more options, they can pay off their mortgage, they can buy a new vehicle, they can take their family on a well-deserved vacation. They do have 3 children, they can start college funds for them, they can give to their favorite charity, or save for retirement. Again, options are, it doesn't matter how long you hold the options, but they are either, they're at short-term capital gains and also EFTs. There are 7 different layers between 10% all the way up to 37%, and they were at 24% when they started this trust. I know this sounds too good to be true, so if you would like to find out how much you could be saving on your investments, I say set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. It's www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. Or if you want a full presentation, you can go out to the Great Discovery with my first name and my last name, sallygimmon.com, where you're going to get a full presentation, 3 articles from Forbes magazine I did not write, 2 pages of case law that you can research this to your heart's content, and examples of clients saving thousands of dollars. My goal is to teach as many U.S. investors how to stop paying taxes on profits. Capital gains are taxed either as short-term or long-term. Long-term is a year or more, and either 15 or 20%. Interest income taxes, if you're a passive investor in mutual funds, you're in a REIT, You're doing subject to real estate, the BRRRR strategy. I personally have notes where on the paper in the house, people pay me their mortgage, creative financing or seller financing or Forex investors. Dividend income taxes, if you are in the stock market, you're a day trader, you're a futures trader, you're a commodities trader, or you're living on dividends. Rental income taxes, yes, you can move a property depreciation schedule into the trust. Yes, you can move a property with cost averaging into the trust. Because the property's in the trust, you won't have to pay back the depreciation money that you saved. So if you have short-term rentals like Airbnb, vacation rentals, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 doors, maybe you're in multifamily real estate, apartment real estate, commercial real estate, or you're doing Airbnb arbitrage. And then with royalties are taxed a little bit less, between 10% to 35%, but 7 different layers. So if you're an actor, an actress, a musician, you are an author, an artist, you have NFTs, copyrights, patents, or intellectual property. You can save this money year after year. The law firm I work on behalf of was started 78 years ago by a Harvard law professor. In 78 years, not a single trust has ever been audited. Unfortunately, Paul Benson has passed away, but now his grandson and great-grandson run the law firm. And when you become a private client, they give you a certification saying if you get questioned by the IRS, they'll defend you free of charge. It's happened once, one time only. That trust was approved, and the senior IRS agent who examined the trust sent an unsolicited letter called the Myers letter back to the law firm. If you want a copy of that, give me your email address. He retired from being an IRS agent for 27 years and went back to all the clients he questioned in the last 27 years to show them how they could save taxes. Again, set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me to see how much you could be saving in taxes, and or go out to my free class on the Great Discovery. This is legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. You have nothing to lose but 30 minutes to learn the truth. Have a beautiful day.